Hello guys. So I want to stream PM session starting from 1:30 p.m. If we have a closure after 1:30 below this bullish fair value gap, I'm going to go short, targeting these swing lows and these swing lows. So we have these relative equal highs followed by this bearish fair value gap. So I just want to take a simple long, small scalp, targeting these equal highs into the bearish fair value gap. The stop loss will be below midpoint of this, below this candle. Just a scalp. So we engulfed this bearish fair value gap with this candle. My stop loss has been hit. So we in fact rejected from this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. So we had rejection from this 5-minute fair value gap. So I'm just going to wait and see whether price will close below this bearish fair value gap again, so that I'll go short. So we still did not close below this fair value gap. This bearish fair value gap, price still did not close with the body. So we are still inside this bearish fair value gap. So we closed above this fair value gap on a 15-second chart. Oh, I intended to add only 3 lots. I don't know why. Oh, this is set to 2. Okay, that was my mistake. So we are inside this, excuse me, this volume imbalance. We are approaching 1:30 p.m. 10 more seconds to go. You might see some volatility, either stop hunt or spooling of the price. The first presentation fair value gap. If price is going to reject from this and closes below this bearish fair value gap, I'll go short again. I just reversed my trade. Stop loss is above the midpoint of the first presentation fair value gap. Price closes above this bearish fair value gap, I will exit my trade. So once it closes below this bearish fair value gap with the body, still it did not close. So I am reversing my trade, guys, because price found support at the midpoint of this bearish fair value gap. So once price closes above midpoint of this first presentation fair value gap, we are having a rejection from the first presentation. Again, price is struggling to cross the first presentation with the body. Still the price is consolidating, guys, no clear direction. So we are still inside this bearish fair value gap. Still we don't have any first presentation after 1:30 p.m. I thought we were closing below this candle, but it just wigged. It did not give me closure with the body. So it is my mistake, guys, to go short, to reverse the trade. I should have waited. Still price is respecting this inversion fair value gap. It never closed with the body. So we are still going long. So I'm again reversing my trade. Still no closure with the body. I think now we are going to see. Still no closure. I just don't know. Taking so many paper cuts, I think. We need a closure, guys, below this bearish fair value so that we can reclaim it and we can go short. This is not giving us what we want. It's just consolidating inside this bearish fair value gap. Still no clear direction. We can see on a 5-minute chart both of these candles. No body at all, only wicks to the both up and down. Now we have a closure below this bearish fair value gap. Now price should not close above this bearish fair value gap. This bearish fair value gap. I'll change the color to red. So this red, this price should not close below this, should not close above this bearish fair value gap. Since we already consolidated so much and we closed below this, so I'm going to put my stop loss somewhere here. And now we need a follow through. Once we close below this, we need some expansion, guys. We need some energy. We need some big candles. Because my mistake, price was just consolidating. It never crossed midpoint of the first presentation. So I went long few times and I took some paper cuts. And similarly, when we wigged so many times, I thought it was closing below this bearish fair value gap. I went short so many times, so I took so many paper cuts here. But finally, when price closed here, it gave me the confirmation that we are going down. So I'm going to hold this trade. I think we lost almost how many dollars? 3 and 4, 5, 8, 6, 4. Almost $8,000 we made in the morning session. So 2,400, 3,800, 4, 5, 5, 1, 6. We are still up to $1,000 from the morning session. Now we need a closure below this new week opening gap. Time this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Once we close below this, then it should act as a strong balance price range. So we don't have closure below this new week opening gap with the body. We have our first presentation fair value gap after 1:30 p.m. This is the first presentation fair value gap. The price went there and started rejecting from it. We need a closure below this volume balance. So this is not a good sign, guys. We want price to remain below this balance price range. We want price to remain below 50% of this lower range of this balanced price range. If it crosses above 50% with the body, then I'm going to exit my trade. The price has already went back and forth here, so much consolidation, then we exited this consolidation. I don't want price to go back above this consolidation. It has to reject from this consolidation. At the same time, this balanced price range. This is above this midpoint, then I'm wrong. I have to close my trade. Still, bodies did not close above this midpoint. If it closes with the body, I have to exit my trade. So far, only VIX went above this midpoint. It never closed with the body, and we have volume balance and volume balances. Two volume balances here. So we closed below this balanced price range again with the body. Now it should stay heavy. It should never go back up. We have rejection from this volume balance. This is what I wanted to see, rejection from this zone, guys. This is the balanced price range. So this is the balanced price range. I wanted a strong rejection to see. We can see this bodies never went above 50% of this range. Once price closes below this low with the body, I will adjust my stop loss. This is the volume balance, guys. We have our first presentation after 1:30 p.m. Price should remain below these two. This is the worst price action, guys. Nothing is happening. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 candles just back and forth. Nothing worth for technical analysis. Remains below this balanced price range. I'm going to hold my short. We have our first presentation here, this small after 1:30 p.m. fair value gap. This fair value gap. Price should remain heavy below this if it wants to go south. I need this to close again below this volume balance. So once it closes this swing below this swing low with the body, I will adjust my stop loss. But still we have around 8 seconds to go. So now these two up close candles have been just pierced by this candle, down close candle. So this should behave like a bearish order block once it closes below this. So we have 2 more seconds for the 5-minute candle to close. Okay. So now this candle has pierced the opening of these two up close candles. So now we have a confirmation that we have an order block confirmation. And we have this entire wick. So price should never cross 50% of this wick, which again matches with the 50% of the new wick opening gap and this volume balance. So price should never go beyond this. So we have a small fair value gap, 1 minute fair value gap. It can come up to here, but it should not go beyond this, beyond midpoint of this wick, which again matches with new wick opening up midpoint and this volume balance. So price has to remain heavy below this zone. So we have an immediate rebalance on a 5-minute chart. So this is one of the strongest signature of ICT concepts. So the next liquidity is these guys, this swing low. We have this equal lows here and this is the London low. This dashed line, this dashed line is ICT's event horizon PD array. So once we close below this event horizon, price will reach to the next new week opening gap. This is nothing but the midpoint of the two new opening gaps or a new day opening gap. So once price closes with the body below this event horizon, then we can expect price to reach to up to this new week opening gap. So I'm waiting for the price to close below this event horizon. Once it closes, then I'm expecting the minimum up to this new week opening gap. Okay, so we already reached this new week opening up. So the next liquidity is these equal lows and this swing low. So I'll try to take some partials, guys. So I took some partials and I will adjust my stop loss. So what was the stupid thing I did was, why I took so many paper cuts was, this was the zone where I did some silly stupid things. When price was wicking here, I should have waited for the closure of the candle. But instead, when I saw this energetic candle going up, I thought it was closing above midpoint of this first presentation fair value gap, and I went long. When price came back again, I closed the trade. Similarly, like when it was trying to close below this fair value gap, this bearish fair value gap, I was trying to go short. but again price wigged and came back up. So here I took around some 4 to 5 paper cuts. So I made some stupid mistakes. I think these are good learnings for me. So I should have waited for the closure of the candle. So once this candle closed below this bearish fair value gap, then it gave me the confirmation that we are going short. So then I reversed my trade and I went short. So once price reached this new week opening up, I closed 4 lots. So so now price is coming into this bearish fair value gap. We still have these low resistance liquidity and lows here. So we are approaching PM session silver bullet hour 2 o'clock. We are already in the macro window. So I'm just marking this bearish fair value gap on a 1 minute chart. Let us see what PM session will do. Is it going to reverse or But here on a 15-minute chart, this bullish fair value gap has been engulfed, but we still don't have the closure on a 15-minute chart. We still have around 4 minutes for the closure. If it closes again above this, inside this bullish fair value gap, it is problematic for our shorts. So as long as it remains below this bullish fair value gap, our shorts are good. But if it closes inside this bullish fair value gap, I'll quit my trade. I'll wait for another opportunity. So we have 3 more minutes for the PM session silver bullet hour. So this is a good signature, guys. Rejection from the bearish fair value gap. Price never closed above this. Only VIX went above this fair value gap, but we need closure below this bearish fair value gap. So so we did not have a closure, but it closed exact at the closing of the bearish fair value gap. So I'm waiting for the next candle. This was very stupid of me. Price was consolidating and I should have waited for the candle closures here. So we have 2.5 minutes more for the 2 o'clock silver bullet hour. But if this candle closes below this bullish fair value gap on a closing basis, we are still good, guys. The shorts are our shorts will be, we can still hold our shorts. So far we have a candle closure below this bearish fair value gap, but we need some follow through. We need some kind of momentum or bearish fair value of our expansion. Just closing below this will not be sufficient. We need follow through. So one more minute, guys, for the 2 p.m. silver bullet hour. This is the 15-second chart. On a 15-second chart, you can see this is the first presentation fair value gap after 1:30 p.m. So we had, when price closed below this first presentation fair value gap, this was a mohawk. It just went up, closed below this, but price never went up above this 132, sorry, 1:30 p.m. post 1:30 p.m. first presentation fair value gap. So now this acted as an inversion, and from there we got the rejection. So you can see price did not close below 50% of this wick for the shorts continuation. So we shall wait for the 2 o'clock manipulation to happen. But the 15-minute candle closed below this bullish fair value gap, which is a good signature. So we have a very good balanced price range, and price has been inside this bullish fair value gap so many times back and forth. So price, this should act as a very strong balanced price range, and price should never go above this. So we need a closure below this wick midpoint, guys. This wick midpoint, we need a closure with the body. Okay. So that is, we need a closure below this August 28 silver bullet fair value gap. We need a closure below this midpoint. So far price is respecting this bearish fair value gap, but we need a follow through. We need some momentum, some expansion, some bearish fair value gap to form, to some swing low to be taken out. But price is just consolidating here, so we will still wait for it. We have a volume imbalance on a 5-minute chart. At the same time, we have our bearish order block here, so price can come up to here, up to the opening of this bearish order block. It's acceptable. So far price is just consolidating, guys, nothing much. So this is a bullish fair value gap. Once we close below this, it should act as balanced price range. But we need a closure below this midpoint of this wick, guys, this red line. But still price is just consolidating here. It doesn't want to go anywhere just yet. If price wants to go to the upside, we have this volume balance, and we have this bearish order block. Still price is inside this very short of block, still consolidating, no clear direction yet. We need some expansion momentum, guys. We need some swing lows to be taken, some fair value gaps to be formed. So these are the next liquidity levels. This is the uh, London low, guys. London session low. Whereas this low was formed at 12:45 a.m. Whereas this low formed is 1:45 a.m. So we still don't have closure below this midpoint. We are waiting for that. But we have a bearish fair value gap on a 15-second chart. But still no closure below this midpoint of the wick. So now we are about 2 o'clock opening price. We are still inside this bearish fair value gap. So on a 5-minute chart, we are inside this volume balance. This volume balance. We have this rejection block here. Highest up close candle. This is a bullish fair value gap on a 5-minute chart, which was engulfed here. But we need again a closure below this. So price is just going to this opening price of this bearish order block. Let's just touch the opening price of this bearish order block. Since this entire thing is already balanced, I don't want price to go beyond this. Now we need some strong rejection, guys. Strong rejection, and we need some swing lows, some fair value gaps to be formed. We need some huge candles to be formed, large body candles, big candles. So we have 20 more seconds to go for the closure of this candle. As of now, we rejected from midpoint of this very fair value gap, and we need a closure below this fair value gap with the body. So we have 5 more seconds. So this candle rejected from the midpoint of this bearish fair value gap and closed below this. That is good. But we need a closure below this swing low, guys. Because we have midpoint of this wick here on a 5-minute chart. So once we close below this with the body, that would be good for us. You can hold out shorts. Price is still consolidating, guys. Price is still in consolidation. It doesn't want to move. It's waiting for something. This is not looking good. Price can go as far as this bottom of this wick. It should not go beyond it. If it is closing above this new week opening gap, then I might have to reverse my trade. If it is closing above this new week opening gap, I will reverse my trade. If price comes back and gap, if price comes back up and closes above this swing high, this recent swing high which it created, then I'll reverse my trade. So I just reverse my trade. Added more lots. So we have all this swing highs. This is all liquidity here. On a 15-second chart, we closed about today's first presentation of the opening session, 9:34 a.m. We want price to close above this first presentation again for the continuation of longs. So we are above this new week opening up. Price has closed above this new week opening up with the body, and we pierced the opening price of this series of down close candles, which should make this as a bullish order block. So now we want a closure above this 15-second afternoon session, first presentation. So we have a rejection from this first presentation and a 15-second chart, and a closure above this first presentation after PM session. So we have all this liquidity. We will take some partials here. So this is the first presentation on 1 minute chart. So price did not close above midpoint of this first presentation. This number has been changing, guys. This default value as 1. Whenever I was changing these values, it was reflecting here. So that is why when I want to add just one lot, it is getting added 2 lots, 3 lots, multiple lots. So I'm taking 50% of my trade off here, just above these highs. I need to add so many lots because of this number, it's changing. So half of my position has come off here. and I'll adjust my stop loss here. So we have three more swing highs, 1, 2 and 3, and we have a bearish fair value gap here also. So I'm anticipating price might reach up to here. So I want to close few more positions above this. Sell. So we are above 50% of this first presentation fair value gap. Today's first presentation fair value gap. We closed above. The price went above my take profit, but it did not give me, maybe because of the spread. So we can see this clear rejection from the midpoint of the first presentation fair value gap. So my partial has been taken. So for the afternoon session, I'm at break even. I'm at the break even. If price gets into this bearish fair value gap, then I'll move into profits for the afternoon session. So now we are inside this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. This is the 5-minute bearish fair value gap. We are inside that. If price closes below this first presentation fair value gap, then I might have to think my trade again. So we have this bearish fair value gap. I'm extending this bearish fair value gap. It should act as balanced price range now. So we have a 5-minute bullish fair value gap here. If price closes below this bullish fair value gap, then our longs are in water. So this balanced price range, we should not cross below this. If it crosses, then I have to reverse my trade. On a 5-minute chart, we have a breaker here. Up close candles, series of down close candles, manipulation and then expansion. So now price just came into this breaker. But we need to have some kind of rejection inside this breaker, or else longs are gone. So far this 1-minute bearish fair value gap, which is should act as a balanced price range. This is not looking, guys, good look. This is not looking good for the shorts. The price is closing below this 1-minute bearish fair value gap. So we are still inside above the midpoint. We shall wait for the next candle. So on a 15-second chart, we closed above this swing high. This is a bearish fair value gap which has been engulfed here. So this should act as a balanced price range. Now price should not close below this bearish fair value gap. So we closed again below this bearish fair value gap. And we rejected from the midpoint of the today's first presentation. If you want to, the price wants to go long, it has to close above this midpoint and close above this first presentation. So far this balanced price range has been holding. But see the price action, guys. This is just consolidating. We need some solid expansion and bullish fair value gaps to be forming now, or else this is not looking good. We need some momentum. Still not above the midpoint. See guys, this is back and forth price action. This is not good. We need some strong momentum. So still did not close above this first presentation. 5 more seconds to go. At the same time, we have this wick, 5-minute candle wick. It needs to close above 50% of this wick for the longs to hold. So once price closes above the swing high, I will adjust my stop loss. And we have a rejection from this 5-minute bearish fair value gap again. See, price just touched the lower end of this bearish fair value gap, and we have rejection. But we need a follow through. Only rejection is not enough. Price closes below this first presentation fair value gap, I will reverse my trade because longs are not looking good if it closes below this first presentation with the body. So this is not looking good for the long case. Still inside this 1-minute inversion fair value gap. At the same time, we are inside this 5-minute fair value gap also. The price is ping-ponging between this bearish fair value gap and this bullish fair value gap. Either one of them has to give away. Either it has to push up or it has to push down, push through it. So either one of them has to give away. But it looks like price is coming towards sell side. So we have an immediate rebalance on a 15-minute chart. This is the immediate rebalance. But we have to see whether we'll have a follow through once we have an immediate rebalance. Generally, ICT will tell us to wait for up to 2 candles. So far, still price did not close below midpoint of this inversion fair value gap. So price also still did not go below this 5-minute bullish fair value gap. So only VIX went, but it never went with the body. But body never closed below this. But if you look at this 5-minute fair value gap, we had so many rejections already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejections. So this time it has to break through this rejection, through this fair value gap, because we already had so many rejections. So by this time, this fair value gap should have been weak now. Because if you are banging at the fort so many times, the fort will become weak at some point. So I'm still holding my long, guys. I was waiting for this fair value gap to be taken out or this fair value gap to be taken out. Either one of them has to give up. A minute chart. Oh, this is the bearish fair value gap. 60-minute chart. So it is rejecting this out. Needs to come. So price is struggling to go above midpoint of the first presentation fair value gap. Bodies are, all of the bodies are staying within the first presentation fair value gap. So that is the reason I reversed my trade here. I want to go short now. As you can see, this VIX went above this first presentation fair value gap, but bodies closed within the first presentation fair value gap. So my stop loss is at the top of the first presentation fair value gap, and I will add a few more shots. So we had this rejection, guys, from the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart. Price never went above this bearish fair value gap. And the reason I went short is this is the first presentation fair value gap. This is the first presentation fair value gap. Price went only with wicks above this, but bodies remained below this first presentation. So as soon as we are rejecting from this midpoint, I went short. So the last trade was just a small paper cut. So once price closes below midpoint of this bearish fair value gap, I will try to adjust my stop loss. On a 5-minute chart also we have this bullish fair value gap. We need this candle to close below 50% of this with the body. So we have a rejection from this bullish fair value gap. We are above this 50%, but still we have 1.5 minutes for the closure of the candle. This candle closes above this new week opening gap. I will abort my shorts. I don't want this candle to close above this new week opening gap. So we are inside this 15-second bearish fair value gap. This is the 15-second bearish fair value gap. At the same time, this is 1 minute bearish fair value gap. So price has respected this bullish fair value gap, and price is closing above this new week opening gap. So we have one more bearish fair value gap here. Price closes above 50% of this bearish fair value gap, I'll exit my trade. We'll put it here. We'll adjust my stop loss to top this fair value gap. So we are almost entering the 3 o'clock macro window. If you want to remain short, price should close below 50% of this wick with the body. The future candle should close below 50% of this candle's wick with the body. Then only we can hold our shorts. If price is closing above 50% of this bearish fair value gap with the body, then I might have to close my shorts. I have to close, I have to reverse my trade here. I just reversed my trade because we closed above 50% of this bearish fair value gap with the body. One minute chart also we are almost, still we have 10 seconds left, but we have closed almost above this bearish fair value gap. And we are rejecting from the midpoint of the opening range fair value gap, fair value gap. We need to close above this. But so far this candle closed above this bearish fair value gap, which will make this as an inversion fair value gap. So price should remain above 50% of this balanced price range now. So I'm going to adjust my stop loss below the balanced price range. And I will add 3 more lots. Price just rejected from the midpoint of the first presentation. We need a closure above this midpoint for the longs to hold true. Shift the gears. Stay above the midpoint of this. Oh. So price again rejected from this bearish fair value gap. So I might have to going short. Because price again closed below this bearish fair value gap. Now this should act as a balanced price range and price should never go above 50% of this level. So that is the reason I put my stop loss here. So at the same time we have this bullish fair value gap here. So price is rejecting again from this bullish fair value gap. So as long as we remain below 50% of this bearish fair value gap, we can hold our shorts. But once price crosses above this 50% of this balanced price range with the body, our shorts, we can't hold our shorts. So we have a rejection again from the midpoint of this balanced price range, but we need a follow through. We need some strong big candles, momentum candles. So we need huge candles like this. This gives us the confidence to hold the trade because we rejected from this midpoint of this balanced price range. Now again we need to close below midpoint of this wick. We have a balanced price range here. Bullish fair value of engulfed. Bullish fair value of is engulfed by bearish fair value gap. So price should not go above this bearish fair value gap. If price closes above this bearish fair value gap, then again it is problematic for the shorts. The price has to remain below this balanced price range. So here we have small indication. Price closed exactly at the low of the new week opening gap. But it did not cross the 50% of this wick to the midpoint, but this candle rejected exactly from the 50% of this bullish fair value gap. So now price just went into this volume imbalance. For the shorts to hold, price need to close below 50% of this bullish fair value gap with the body. Or if it is closing above 50% of this bearish fair value gap, then we need to reverse our short positions. So as long as price is below 50% of this bearish fair value gap, we can still hold our shorts. At the same time, price should cross below 50% of this wick, 50% of this bullish fair value gap with the body that is below this point. So we have 3.5 minutes more for the 3 o'clock power hour. Some volatility going into the session. Last hour. A rejection from this volume balance, guys. We need a follow through, or else it's waste. Still inside this bullish fair value gap. So price should close below this bullish fair value gap with the body. Just approaching 3 o'clock power hour. 2 more minutes to go. We need to close below opening of this candle, guys, so that this will become a bearish fair value gap, bearish order block. So I think we just now closed below opening of this, which is a good sign. And we need this candle to close below 50% of this wick. So far this is looking good, guys. Need a closure below this midpoint, guys. Midpoint. We are still struggling to close there. Still no closure below the midpoint. Still struggling. Price is still struggling to close below midpoint of this wick, and at the same time this bullish fair value gap. 40 more seconds for the 3 o'clock top of the hour. So here we had a rejection from this volume balance. And when price closed these two down close candles, when closed below this 1 minute bearish fair value gap, this created a balanced price range. So we were expecting price should not close below, should not go above 50% of this. So price just wicked into top range of this 1 minute bearish fair value gap, but never went above with the body. So that gave us the confirmation to go short. So that is the reason I put my stop loss just above this 50% of this balance price range. So now top of the 3 o'clock has opened. So wait and see for the power of 3 to happen, manipulation or expansion to happen. So we have some good expansion. Let me extend this bearish fair value gap. If price closes below this bearish fair value gap, we can reclaim this bearish fair value gap and we can go short from here. But we need to close below 50% of this bearish fair value gap. So still price is above 50% of this bearish fair value gap. It did not close below 50% of it. So I'll just put my stop loss to break even. Because this is not looking good for the shorts, because body never closed below 50% of this fair value gap. We still have 3 more minutes, but let's wait and see. But we need to close below this bearish fair value gap price. So 3 more minutes. Price is still struggling to close below this bullish fair value gap. Still struggling to close below this bullish fair value gap and below this wick. 2 more minutes for the closure of the candle. Is still not able to close below this bullish fair value gap. One more minute to go. We need a closure, guys, below this wick with the body. Then only we can continue holding our short positions. At the same time, we need closure below this 50% of this bearish fair value gap also. See here, we just wicked from the 50% of this bearish fair value gap. Thirty more seconds to go. Still no closure. This is not looking good, guys. We need a closure. 15 more seconds. No closure yet. No closure, guys. This is not looking good for shorts. I'll wait for one more candle. And if it is crossing above this new week opening gap, then I'm done with my shorts. I just want to put my stop loss above this volume balance. In case if it comes for this, I just want to put above this volume balance. So price went into this bearish fair value gap, 1 minute bearish fair value gap, and we have a decent rejection, but we need a follow through. So we rejected from the new week opening gap. At the same time, which is matching with this 1 minute bearish fair value gap. Need a closure below midpoint of this bearish fair value gap to reclaim this bearish fair value gap. We need to close below these up close candles so that this will become a bearish order block. Did we close? No. We just touched it. We need to close below this. We need to close below the opening price, guys, for these up close candles to become a bearish order block. It's teasing and teasing and teasing. 15-second chart, we were inside this bearish fair value gap. So we want price to remain below, close below this bearish fair value gap. So still no closure below this bullish fair value gap. This is reversing from here. We close above this swing high, I am going to reverse my trade. So you can see still no closure below this fair value gap, guys. This 15-minute fair value gap, still no closure. So you can see price is trying to reverse. At the same time, we did not have any closure below this balance price range also. So this is the rejection block. This highest up close candle, this is the rejection block. So we had a rejection from here, but we need a follow through. We need to close below this midpoint of this balance price range for it to be valid. E15, we have one more macro, 5 more minutes to go. So far now, I think now we have closure on a 5-minute chart, guys, below this bullish fair value gap, which is a good indication. But for the continuation of the shorts, we need to close below this midpoint of the balance price range. This midpoint, this dotted dashed red line. So this is a good sign. So far we closed below this bullish fair value gap. So now this should act as a balanced price range. Now price should never cross above 50% of this. So once price closes below this balanced price range with the body, then I will adjust my stop loss. Need a closure below. I need a closure below this, guys. This balanced price range. I need a closure with the body below this. Still struggling at the midpoint. Okay. Still we have 45 seconds more. But this is good candle. So for the continuation of shorts, the next hurdle is midpoint of this wick. So we need to close below midpoint of this wick so that we can short, we can target this liquidity, guys, this swing lows and this swing lows and this London low. So the next hurdle is first we need to close below this balance price range. 4 more seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Okay. So far this is good, guys. We closed below this balance price range on a 1-minute chart. So next hurdle would be to close below this midpoint of this wick. So if price closes below this wick, I'll move my stop loss. So we need to close below this midpoint, guys, on a closing basis. So now price has engulfed, price has crossed below opening price of these two up close candles. So these two up close candles will become a very short block. So now I'm adjusting my stop loss. So I'll take some partials here. Next macro will open at 3:15 p.m. So this would be my first take profit, and the next take profit would be here at this is one more swing low right here. I'll put two more lots here. Sell. Not this one, -2. Confirm. Next is I'll put 2 more lots here, and I'll put 2 more lots. That's it. Okay. So even if my stop loss is hit, I'll be in profits, guys. So we closed below this one balance price range, which is a good signature. At the same time, we have 10 more seconds. So we need to close below midpoint of this wick, guys. This is red line. Midpoint of this wick. So we have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. So we closed below this midpoint of this wick. So now we have a bearish order block confirmation. These two up close candles. We engulf these top close candles. Now we have bearish order block confirmation. At the same time, we close below 50% of this wick, which is a good sign. So I'll just remove this, and I'll remove all this junk which is not required now. Just not required, right? All these things they're not required. Okay. Okay. So we just hit 3:15 p.m. start of the new macro. So price should either do a manipulation or expansion. So we have a new week opening gap here. So price is struggling to close below that. So as expected, 3:15 p.m. we can expect either a manipulation or expansion. I think this is the manipulation. So this is a manipulation. So I think price should not go beyond this opening of this price, which is nothing but these two up close candles order block. The price should not go beyond this opening price. At the same time, we have this event horizon here, dashed line, violet colored dashed line, which is nothing midpoint of this new week opening gap. So on a 1 minute chart, we went to this bearish fair value gap. 1 minute chart, we went into this bearish fair value gap, right? This. So it has to be combined. Yeah. Bearish fair value gap. So I just want to make this, want to close multiple 6. I made it 6, right? Confirm, which I did not press the confirm. Okay. So I'll be closing bulk of my trade here. This will be my first partial. So price is respecting 50% of this bearish fair value gap, but we need some kind of strong rejection from here. Need some strong momentum candle or a bearish fair value gap to form. So in this case, we have bullish fair value gap here. It has to engulf this. Yeah, and these series of up close candles have been engulfed. We are still struggling to close below this new week opening gap. So price just went into this volume balance. We have a big fair value gap and a 5-minute chart. So price might come into this. So that is what I said, guys. Just rejection is not enough. We need a strong follow through. See, just once we had rejection, price is just meandering around here. So this is not a rejection. Rejection has to be followed by it has to be followed by momentum candles, or form or taking out a swing low. So what I'm anticipating is it might go into this 5-minute bearish fair value up and then start breaking down. So then we might go into 3:30 p.m. macro. We might take this swing high. We might go into this bearish fair value gap on a 15-second chart, and it might reject because still there is a lot of time for the next macro. So we have a rejection, but we need to have a follow through, guys. Just only rejecting is not enough. Only rejection is not enough. So we have a lot of things here for rejection. This is the highest up close candle rejection block, and we still have this bearish fair value gap. So we need to take out this swing low, guys. Take out that swing low. Still, again, it created equal lows here. So that is what I mean. Like it just rejection is not enough. We need a strong momentum candle, guys. Still struggling to close below this new week opening gap here. Now my first partial is taken up. Oh, what did I do? Oh my god. Instead of buying, I put sell orders. So I need to close. Okay, okay. Shift my button. My mistake, guys. I should have put buy orders. Instead of that, I have put sell orders. Okay. Seven more are left, right? Seven more. To code this swing low, we have volume balance. Okay. Just want to exit this trade because we just now took the swing low. We might go into this, we might take out this swing high, and we might go even into this bearish fair value gap because 3:30 p.m. macro is going to come up. And price did not close below this new week opening gap. So we have a wickless candle here. You can see no wick. So we might just sweep this wickless candle and then reject to the upside. You can even see this wickless candle on a 15-second chart. This session was very tricky, guys, because lot of consolidation, no clear direction. It took lot of patience. It took lot of my mental capital. So finally, okay, whatever loss was made in this session, in the PM session, we have completely recovered everything. So whatever loss was made in the PM session, early PM session, everything has been recovered. Sorry, recovered. So now price is coming for this wickless candle. If it rejects from here, then we can see maybe this fair value gap or even this swing high inside this fair value gap for the 3:30 p.m. macro. But we have to see whether price closes below this new week opening gap or again rejects from this 50% of this wick. 50% of this wick. If price starts rejecting from this, we have a bullish fair value gap also here. So to the upside, this is the liquidity, this is imbalance. You can target if price starts moving up. If price closes above these series of down close candles, guys, this opening price, then I will go long. This will be just scalp 769 to 775. So almost like 6 handles. So I'll just go long here and I'll exit there. So I just went long. My stop loss will be below 50% of this order block. In second chart, we have a bullish fair value gap here. If price again closes above these down close candles, these two down close candles, if price closes above these two down close candles, I will add few more lots, or I will take my stop loss. So there is a wickless candle and a volume imbalance. That is why I just moved my stop loss down. So if price again goes above the series of down close candles, I will add few more lots. So I added few more lots. This will be a just small scalp, guys. We have an imbalance, we have a swing high. So this is the volume balance. We want to see rejection from this. So we had a rejection from 3, so we might reach up to 83. So I'll try to move my stop loss here. So I take profit. So this was just a small scalp, guys. That's it. So completely recovered the entire loss made in the PM session, and we are in profits, guys. So that's it, guys. I don't have any more mental capital. I will close this session. Uh, Thank you, guys.